So what is the one thing that I avoid when I'm looking to others for inspiration? Let's talk about that in this video. Hello, my friends. Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the one thing that I look for and avoid when I'm looking to others for inspiration online. But before we begin, you can always get 40% off any or all of our ebooks. The code is rawfood40, and you can get any of those ebooks at the website right here on the screen, or there's also a link in the description box below. So go check out and see all of the different ebooks that we have to inspire you to enjoy more raw food. So the one thing that I look for when I am looking for inspiration online, and the one thing that I avoid, is absolutes. Absolute statements are, in my opinion, pretty damaging. They're like a guarantee, and not everyone gets the guarantee. Not everyone achieves what someone is selling or sharing on social media. So I always look for the absolutes. If they're using absolute statements, I question what they are trying to share or sell. One of the ones that I really don't like is when someone says, never get sick. This is something that doesn't resonate with me because people assume that if you go raw, you will never get sick, which isn't human. We are human, and being a raw vegan doesn't make us not human. We are still human, we're still going to age, and we're still potentially going to get sick. The whole point of going raw is to treat our bodies with the respect that we want to treat them with. It's not to achieve some level of never getting sick or never aging or achieving immortality. Being put on a pedestal where we're never going to get wrinkles and we're never going to age. Our bodies are always going to stay the same. These absolutes set people up for disappointment, and they set the people who are sharing, like for example myself, on a pedestal, and we can feel stress trying to be perfect in the eyes of everyone who's watching, and this just isn't ideal, and it's not good for everyone's mental health. So absolutes are something to watch for. Statements like never get sick, do this and you'll cure that, if you eat this then this is going to happen, like guaranteeing that it's going to happen, you're going to cure this. I get a lot of people message me and say, hey Lisa, if I go raw, can I heal my fibromyalgia? Can I heal my MS? Can I heal this? Can I heal that? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't want to give someone an absolute. The reason we go raw, as I mentioned, is to give our bodies the best that we can for our bodies to heal in the way that it wants to, not to expect and force and push something on our body and expect these miracles. Miracles do happen, obviously they do. And when we stop eating the processed foods and the animal products and the other stuff that doesn't feel good on our bodies, then obviously we're going to feel better. Now, is it a cure? For some people it might be, for others it might not be. For others it might extend their life a lot longer than they would have had they not gone raw. For some people it might give them a better quality of life. It may not extend their years, but they may feel better during those years. So again, it's not about an absolute, it's not a guarantee, it's not immortality. And I really love the line that I read in The Joyful Vegan by Colleen Patrick Grelot. She says, getting sick doesn't mean you're failing being vegan. It means you're accepting being human. So we can't expect to be immortal when we go vegan, when we go raw vegan. There's lots of different ways to eat a vegan diet and to eat a raw vegan diet. If you're under eating, you're skipping meals, you're not eating enough, you're eating too minimally, you're missing out on variety, you're only eating fruit or only eating veggies or you're only eating fats, or you're eating junk food. There's so many different ways to eat plants, and not every way is going to be good for every person. We know, based on the science, that plants are ideal for humans, and so eating more of them makes sense. But again, this is not the cure for absolutely everything. It just helps support the body so that it can heal if it is in the state that it needs to heal in. Now, there's also something called error of attribution, where people say it's this one thing that healed, right? It was going raw that healed this thing, or it was because I was eating alkaline foods that it healed everything. Now, using these absolutes, error of attribution says that it was that one thing, but it fails to see the other things that weren't being done that maybe had more of an impact than just this one thing. Like, for example, when there's memes online and they're saying stuff like, well, if you eat this food, this one food prevents cancer, you have to eat this one food, it's going to be what prevents cancer. It's not just that one food that prevents cancer. It's all the other things that a person is doing to prevent cancer, as an example. So you have to think about all the processed food that someone's not eating when they go raw. It is because they're eating more raw food, but it's also because they're not eating foods that are irritating their body or causing inflammation or hard to digest or what have you. It's not just the raw food. It's the elimination of the other stuff or changing behavior that is making the difference. So how is your sleep? Has your sleep improved? Has your exercise improved? Have you been drinking more water? Are you more relaxed? Are you doing meditation? Are you doing yoga? There's so many other things that come into play, not just diet, when it comes to healing. So we really have to look at the body holistically so that we can heal in different ways, not just diet. Diet is just one of the many pillars of health. And some people say sleep is one of the pillars. I agree with Matthew Walker, who wrote Why We Sleep, and I agree that it's the foundation. Sleep is the foundation. Diet is just a pillar that stands on that foundation. If we don't have our sleep proper, then we can eat really healthfully, but we're not clearing the adenosine out of our brains, out of our glymphatic system in our brains that is only cleared with sleep. We have to sleep adequate hours and quality hours to actually clear out any of the waste products that our brain produces just from being awake. So sleep is incredibly important, and diet is just one of the pillars that stands on sleep, along with exercise and meditation and all that other stuff. So when someone says an absolute, just question the intention behind it. Are they trying to convince you? Are they trying to convince themselves? Remember that absolutes are never an absolute. There's never a guarantee. We are not even guaranteed tomorrow. We could die tomorrow. There could be anything that happens. Not saying that we will, but that's a possibility. And the possibility that we might not heal is there. But why not go raw food if we're not going to heal? Like, for example, if somebody says, will raw food heal my fibromyalgia? It may not heal your fibromyalgia, but it's a lot better than what you might be doing currently, where you are on, say, a road towards less health, or your diet is full of animal products and processed foods. Then obviously a raw diet is going to be a lot better, and you will likely feel better when you're eating adequate calories from whole raw plants. And even if you're having a little bit of cooked food, again, it's not about absolutes. You do not have to be 100% raw to enjoy the benefits of raw food. They may be slight, they may be massive, depends on you and your body and the other factors in your life. So that's the one thing that I look for when I'm looking for inspiration online. I watch for absolutes. If they do use absolutes, I'm not as inclined to put all of my mangoes in one basket, so to speak. I try to think critically, and I try to live in reality where not always is the answer an absolute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. Click the little bell. And you also have 40% off any or all of our recipe ebooks, so you can add more raw food to your diet. Again, you do not have to be a raw vegan to enjoy more raw food. Have more salads, make those raw burgers, make those raw tacos, enjoy the hydration, and add more raw to your life. The code to get the 40% off discount is rawfood40, and the link is right here, as well as in the description box below. So until the next video, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and fruit on.